What up, Super Fun Force? Captain Games to here. I'm just letting you guys know, kind of a PSA for your Figua arts. And this goes for any new toys. Just always check the QC issues to make sure there's nothing that bothers you with your figures, especially if you're a collector, you want them to be a little bit more like, mint condition. I know nothing can be perfect, but there's still certain things to look out for. So, whenever I buy a new action figure, I make sure that, for example, nothing is like super loose and there's no like, major damage marks or plastic imperfections. So, for example, with the new Figua arts, the Goku, for some reason, I noticed this one has been a little bit troublesome for me. Thankfully, the full power Super Saiyan. So I bought the full power Super Saiyan at Target. That one was perfect. Same with the Rose. I got that on Amazon. I got this one from Big Bad Toy Store for the Gogeta. These two I picked up on Amazon. They're mainstream figures. But the first one I got had like a loose leg that kept breaking off. As a matter of fact, I remember when I opened the package, the leg had already fallen off of it. So I tried to push it in a little bit more, warm it up with hot water. It would still pop out easily, so I returned it. Now I got two more to make sure I get the perfect combination, and sure enough, what I found out was this. On one of them, I had to swap parts to make the perfect one, because on one of them, the foot was super loose, and on the other one, it had a lot of these plastic defects here, where you can see, like in the hand, you can see pieces of plastic in the hole. So I don't know, maybe you can just pick that out with a toothpick or something like that. I don't know, but for me, like if you didn't know about this and you were putting this in and on your figure, the wrist or whatever, you might actually wear down the ball joint. So I would say check that out. Again, I don't think it's a huge issue. If you do notice like one or two, you could, again, probably just pick it out with a toothpick. But I'm just more concerned about the people who maybe don't pay attention to that. The other thing is that like the one that I got too had like the battle damage, not battle damage, but it could have been battle damage, but it looks more like paint scrape on the angry face. Like that is pretty bad. That's not acceptable. So I'm going to return the one that's defective. I'm going to report it as defective. So hopefully, obviously no one else gets it, and Amazon and Figua Arts take it more seriously. Other than that, the figure now is perfect. And again, I hope they just keep their QCs in better working order. And again, this goes for any action figures. I've noticed this with some other action figures I've bought with some other lines, but it didn't really bother me as much. But especially for Dragon Ball at a premium price and really wanting to pose these guys, I want to make sure there's nothing too glaring. Oh, one more thing. Here's an interesting like Easter egg or something. I don't know, but the one I think it's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be matte black hairstyle, right? So this is the one that I'm keeping. But the funny thing is, oops, sorry, Goku. The other one that I'm going to return actually has a glossier look, if you can tell. Look, it has like a glossier hairstyle. Very interesting how that happened, if it's, just like a random like painting or something. But you could tell that this one, the defective one, has a glossier hairstyle, a little bit more shinier. So, especially from the back. Not really from the front, but from the back. Anyways, I'm going to go with the matte black because I think glossy looks really cool for like, powered up modes. And it's a little bit more shiny, even though this yellow Saiyan is fine. But I mean, as far as like the matte black hairstyle, I think it needs to stay, when Goku's in regular form, it should definitely stay more matte. So, yeah, it's just interesting how this one's, you can see just slightly more shiny, slightly more glossy. Anyways, there you guys go. Don't forget, keep your face safe, prayers, spread that love, be positive, be thankful. Hit that like and subscribe button. Again, I'm bringing you guys a bunch of like toys, retro toys, anime, Beyblade, Nerf, Nintendo. All right, come back at you. Peace.